Guys, welcome to a brand new video on my channel, Megz Moviez. If you are new to this channel, this is basically where I talk to you guys about my passion for movies. This goes from collections, hauls, reviews, and to today's video, so let's get into it. Okay, and I'm finally getting back into that series that I've been wanting to do for so long, my Megz Moviez weekly roundup. So I tried to start this pretty much a couple of months ago, pretty much end of last year to be honest, and I could never seem to get it done or get it right, so finally starting fresh with the series. So this is 2022 episode 1. So for this series, basically I talk to you guys about what I picked up this week, whether that's been deliveries or if it's stuff that I've gone to the shop and I've picked up, stuff like that. Then I talk about the films I've watched this week, and then I give you my little thoughts on them and sort of like little reviews here and there. If it's been a 2022 film, I may have done a review for it, so my full thoughts will be on that and I will let you know. Okay, so starting with the deliveries. So I picked up and ordered the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I believe this is one of the remakes. I'm not sure which year this is, but I've decided to pick up all the Texas Chainsaw Massacre films so I can then do a ranking on them. So yes, I'm finally going to watch the whole series of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I've seen the first, the second, and one of the random remakes, the 3D one. Oh, and the 2022 one. But I didn't do a review for that one, so I will post a review for that. If you'd like to see my thoughts on these, then let me know. I could do mini reviews for them if you like. But yes, I am planning to do a ranking of the series, especially since this is going to be my first time watch. And then the amazing Avanda, aka Slayer Reviews, sent me these two amazing steelbooks in the post for subscriber mail. It's absolutely amazing. I still can't believe he did this. If you want to see me unbox and see my reaction for this, then go and check out that video, and also go and check out his channel. I'll put a link in the description down below. He is the sweetest guy ever, and I still can't believe I have these in my collection now. Thank you so much, Avanda. I've kept them in the cases. I haven't opened them. I'm too scared to open them. But at the same time, I kind of want to do an unboxing. So let me know in the comments down below if you'd like to see me unbox these two steelbooks. And then yesterday, which was Saturday for me, I went to Norwich because I went to go and see Lilo and Stitch on the big screen, which was amazing. And so I did a little wander around Norwich. Remind me never to do that again on a Saturday. I forgot how hectic Norwich can be on a Saturday. But I went into H&V and I picked up some films. I picked up 3 4Ks and 3 Blu-rays. So I'll show you the 3 Blu-rays I picked up. So Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original, this was on sale, and also the last film I needed to get because the rest are coming in the post next week, so you'll see them in my next week's weekly roundup. But I really like this case. I think it's a really cool case. I do wish it come with a slip, but what can you do? Not all films come with slips. Okay, and then I picked up Sing 2. I really enjoyed this in the cinema. I do need to give this a rewatch so I can do a review for you on this channel, because for UK releases this come out this year. I know in America it came out last year and it says 2021, but it's not. It's 2022 for us in the UK that it come out. So I look forward to giving this a rewatch and giving you my thoughts. And then Encanto on Blu-ray. I found this was the last one in my H&V with the slip, because I know when Jamie Powell did one of his Blu-ray hunts, they only had the DVD with this kind of slip, and I was like, I highly doubt when I go they might have done the Blu-rays by then. They had. I picked up the only one that was there on Blu-ray, so I am so happy to continue my slipcover pickups. And then onto the 3 4Ks. So of course I picked up the brand new release, Turning Red. Of course there was no way I was not going to pick this up. I really enjoyed this film. Can't wait to give it a rewatch so I can give you my full review, because I don't think I have done a review on my channel. I'll have to have a look. And then because Disney was having a 2 for $24, I picked up Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame on 4K, because I'm fairly certain I don't have either one of these on 4K, so I'm so glad I can now add these to my collection. I look forward to giving them a watch in 4K because I reckon they look amazing in 4K. I said 4K so many times. Okay, so that is all the pickups this week. Not really that many, but wait until you see next week when I've got all my Texas Chainsaw Massacre Blu-rays turning up. Oh, I have so many turning up. So yes, we're now going to go on to the films I watched this week. So I didn't really watch many. I think I've watched 8. I've watched 8 films this week. This is only going from Thursday, so this is going Thursday to Saturday. So 8 films in a couple of days, it's not bad. But from this Sunday to next Saturday, you'll get a 4 weeks worth for the following Sunday. So let me move over, let me just scooch over so I can put posters next to me. Okay, so starting with Thursday the 5th, I watched all 3 Spider-Man films, the Tom Holland ones. So I watched Spider-Man Homecoming. I actually really enjoy Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I feel like with each film he just progresses and becomes so much better as Peter Parker and Spider-Man. I really enjoy the first one. I like the Tony and Peter dynamic. He's basically kind of like his father and stuff like that. I think that's really good. And I love Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton's one of my favourite actors. I really enjoy him, and him as the Vulture, I thought he did really well. So for that one I gave it a 4 out of 5. Then I watched, of course, Spider-Man Far From Home. Like I said, with each Spider-Man film, I think he just gets better and better as Peter Parker. I will say, I do prefer the first one over this one a little bit more. And I don't know why. I think it's because I just... Don't get me wrong, I like Jake Gyllenhaal. He's a very good actor. But for some reason, him as the villain, I don't know. But it's also the fact of... It was another Tony-based kind of film. And I kind of felt like we need a Spider-Man-centric film. Like... the villain was basically all about Tony Stark, so it was kind of like not even a villain that Spidey could face that's not all about Tony. But no, I still really enjoyed this film. The effects in this, whew, the effects in this are amazing. I love the elementals, as they're called. They were done really well. CGI was great. So yeah, it's just the villain that doesn't do it for me. But I would definitely watch this just for the effects alone. So for that one, I gave that a 3.5 out of 5. And then, of course, I watched Spider-Man No Way Home again. I was so happy to watch that again. I love this film. This has become one of my top 100 favourite films of all time. I love the effects. I love the people in this film, the cameos that come out of it. I know it's been out for a while, but I'm still not going to spoil it for people that haven't seen it. I love the plot. Tom Holland was at his best in this film, especially with what happened to his character. He acted so well for it, and just to see what happened to him was amazing. The effects in this were amazing. I love that a certain character got a certain redemption. I still cry at this film. I still laugh at this film, and I would honestly happily watch this on repeat again and again and again. One of my favourite MCU films of all time. And of course I gave that one a 5 out of 5. Okay, and then of course we got to Friday the 6th. So this is the day after Doctor Strange 2 released on the Thursday. So of course that's when me and my sister went to go see it. But obviously before I went to go see the film, I had enough time to watch the first Doctor Strange again. The first Doctor Strange film for me is not as good as I thought it was going to be. I can't seem to get into that one, and of the 2 times I've watched it, so the first time and this time, I kept nodding off in places. I just can't seem to get into the first film. I don't know why, but I like the Doctor Strange character. But I will say I do really enjoy the effects in this film. They are so well done, like the mirror reflections and the buildings shifting and changing. I do enjoy that, but as an overall film, it is one of my least favourites of the MCU, hence why I gave it a 2 out of 5. It's not terrible. I gave it a 1 star for Doctor Strange himself, and the 2nd star is for the effects. Everything else, I don't know, the villain didn't seem that weird or outgoing. I like Mads Mikkelsen, but I don't know, as a villain he just doesn't come across that way. And then of course at 10:30 me and my sister went to go and see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And I did do a full review for this, so I'm not going to say much more except for the film is madness. It's honest madness. I'm so glad they named it that because it's so crazy. I can't believe what happened in the film and stuff like that. My review is spoiler free, so don't worry, so you don't have to worry about any spoilers. But this one I gave a 4 out of 5. There's just little nickels here and there that drop it down from a 5. But I still really enjoy this film, and I reckon this will be in my top 10 of the year. Then, of course, yesterday's films. So, of course, like I said, I went to go and see... Sorry, Poppy, but you're going to be covered by a poster. This is one of the cats you don't ever get to see. So, I also went to go and see Lilo and Stitch on the big screen for the first time ever on the big screen. Loved it. I was, not going to lie, I was mimicking the lines. This is where you're going to see the cats. You're going to see You're going to see Poppy and Luna fight. Please don't. I saw it on the big screen for the first time ever and I was so happy. So happy I got to see it on the big screen. There are so many other films that are absolute favourites of mine that I'd love to see on the big screen. I might do a video of it at some point, just sort of like giving you my list. But no, this melted my heart. I loved seeing it on the big screen. As soon as that logo come across, as soon as Stitch came up, oh, I was a happy bunny. Very happy bunny. So of course this film gets a 5 out of 5 for me. It's one of my absolute favourites. Then of course when I got home from Norwich I did watch Lilo and Stitch 2. Stitch Has a Glitch. I love all the sequels from Lilo and Stitch, not gonna lie, I don't hate any of them. This one is a little bit... So when it comes to straight to DVD films for Disney, it's like straight to DVD sequels for Disney, they can be hit or miss. This one was really good. I will say I don't think anything will beat the first Lilo and Stitch film, but I still laugh at this film. There's a certain moment at the end that I cry at, but I still think it's a really good sequel. But this does come very close to being just as good as the first one, and so for that one I gave that a 4.5 out of 5. And then continuing on my Marvel rewatch, because I am trying to get an MCU ranking done by the end of the month for this month. I was going to wait until Thor Ragnarok, but then I realised that's 2 months away, so gotta do a ranking at the end of the month. So I then watched Black Widow. I'm very 50-50 on this film. Like, I'm so glad we finally got a Black Widow film. I love Yelena as her adoptive sister. I love the action scenes. I love David Harbour and Rachel Weisz. I really enjoy the villain, like the ending. But for me at the same time, I feel like the Black Widow film came at the wrong time. I really wish we'd got it after Avengers, because that was back when Avengers first came out. That's when everyone wanted a Black Widow film. So then it would have been, I think it would have been better having it after Avengers, because then we could have got a bit more of a backstory. Everyone was hyped for Black Widow at that point. So having to wait for years to get one. I mean, I will say you have to kind of watch Civil War a little bit, because it's set between the events in Civil War. Because otherwise you're not going to understand what's going on. But yeah, so I'm very 50-50 on this film. I did give it a 3.5 out of 5. Because it is close to being a really good film, but I think because at the time it came out, I think everyone lost the hype for the Black Widow film, especially since it got delayed thanks to COVID. But yeah, so that's all the films I watched over the past few days. I really hope you enjoyed this series. I'm going to try my absolute hardest to keep doing this every week. Let me know in the comments down below what you've watched this week. Did you go and see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness? And what pickups did you get this week? Did you get anything like I did? Did you get like Turning Red? Did you get Sing 2? Stuff like that. Please let me know in the comments down below. And if you did enjoy this video, do give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, if you want to see the rest of my weekly roundups, hit that subscribe button. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!